It is yet another amazing evening that we come to you today. This is Marriage and Bliss. My name is Kanjagwa on Elevate TV, Advancing Kingdom Lifestyle. So I don't know about you, but there has been a notion or a communication or a discussion that has been happening on the transitioning into parenthood in this generation. How are people transitioning into parenthood, and how easy is it? How difficult is it? And today I have a wonderful guest that are here together with me. It is a wonderful couple that are pastors in their own right, and I believe that we are going to learn and relearn and unlearn so many other things. And at the end of the show, we are going to thank God that they came. These are people that are parents, they are husband and wife, and so they have been through it. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to comment, just talk to us on all our social media platforms at Elevate TV Kenya. Just tell us what you think, what you have learned. Just tell us something about yourself. So thank you very much for coming. Karibuni sana. Welcome to Marriage and Bliss. This is just a platform where we just talk about marriage. We talk about relationships. We just realign the order of God in matters marriage and relationship. I will give you a chance to introduce. Tunasemanga ladies first, but sijui kwenyu inafanyangwaje. So I will allow you to feel at home.
She can begin.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm Farida Saku Mbaya, and I'm born again. I love the Lord. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, Ian Mbaya is the name. Born again, love the Lord.
Wow, thank you very much. I know from the names already we can tell you are husband and wife.
Yes. I am the Mbaya.
You are the Mbaya.
I'm the Mrs. Mbaya.
Ah, fantastic. Now we are in the right place.
Yes.
So today we want to talk about transitioning to parenthood, because yes, we have been discussing about transitioning from singlehood to marriage, and now we want to know how easy or hard or difficult or maybe seamless it is to transition from being just husband and wife to now being mother and father. I know, I don't know how that feeling is to anzia tu hapo that there's one little person that calls you mom or calls you dad. How is the feeling for you?
Okay, to me it's an interesting feeling. Life is never the same again. When the baby comes in, I mean, life is not the same again. There's that joy. There's that bit of, like for me being a mother, I can't just leave the house.
You have to.
I have to plan.
To plan a lot of
yeah,
things.
so it's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So someone is calling you daddy. Finally. Maybe not verbally, but there's this little person.
Yes.
Yes. How is the feeling for you?
It's a good feeling. I can say it's an interesting feeling when you have a little baby that you know depends on you, looks up to you, and then when you see the baby looking at you, you see pure love and pure joy, just from the innocence of everything. It's an interesting and beautiful feeling. That's what I can say.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let us bring it back, rewind and come back from the beginning.
Yes.
The news, you know, it is broken in different ways. It breaks from different points.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
That we are pregnant. For you guys, was it something you had planned? Ulikuwa umeamua, this is the time and the chance that God has given unto us?
Okay, for us, I can say we planned. First, after we got married, we decided we'll stay for, in the beginning it was 6 months.
In the beginning, yeah, in fact, for us, we said in the beginning we'll stay for 6 months without getting a baby,
Yes.
so that we could have our own time, get to bond, you know,
Know one another.
know one another very well, because you know, coming from the space of singlehood and courting, it's different.
It's
from
a very different
very
journey.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we said we'll give ourselves time to just bond, know one another. So we had said 6 months. But within those 6 months, we said this one is not enough.
Yes, we added
one,
it.
so we added 6
Let's
more
make one and
months.
see. No.
So we decided to add a year. So we had planned. We had planned that the baby would arrive the time that we would expect the baby to
But
arrive.
the time of arrival, we didn't plan.
We didn't.
You had planned that he or she
Yes.
would come, but
After
you
1 year, but now that very time will be, probably I'll be pregnant. We didn't know.
wow, it just came like our pattern.
Yes.
Now for you, for you, sometimes ladies are prepared. To some extent, ladies are prepared.
Yes.
But sasa for you, yes, this 1 year, you had planned, yes, after 1 year. Now the news is coming. How was it broken?
In fact, let me take you back. She has said the arrival of the baby was not planned. This is how the story goes. We had planned for 1 year.
Yes.
But immediately after that 1 year, we had not. In fact, for me, I was psychologically prepared now for the baby. But in her case, she was not. So what happened was, we have a friend of ours, a close friend from the church she previously fellowshiped in. She flows in the prophetic grace. So she came and gave us a prophecy, told us this and this, after 3 months, this is going to happen. So that's what happened. So it happened when we were in our honeymoon. We had gone somewhere to celebrate our honeymoon. She was feeling kind of, ile unasema, I feel something strange. I was feeling
Something is not right.
I
For me,
suspect
something was not right.
Something is not
I
happening.
suspect it must be that one. It was like, no. So when we got back to Nairobi, we did the test, then we discovered it was indeed the case.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were expecting. But for me, it's actually the opposite. I was psychologically prepared. She
But she was not.
She was not.
Wow. So for you, because you are the one who tested, he does not test. You are the one who tested and found out now this is the case. What was the first reaction you had now that it is now positive? It is here.
Wow. It was a great feeling. Even on top of the prophecy, someone can tell you you're productive, maybe you'll get a baby. But that getting a baby is another thing. It's just
Altogether.
another thing altogether. So for me, when I saw that, this is it, I'm pregnant, I was so excited. First, I just thanked God. I was so excited. I was even short of words. But I had to break the news to my husband, who was waiting anxiously.
Waiting for that statement.
Yes.
For you, it was coming. Yani, for you, it was there already.
Yes.
You were just waiting for it to be
I
said.
was just waiting for the confirmation.
Wow.
Yes.
And when she said it, it settled everything.
In fact, she will tell you when she said it, I did not react, ilo kurukaruka. But in my heart, the raptures of joy that were going on, I was like,
In your
yes, finally.
You were jumping up and
I
down,
was
and everything
jumping.
was happening.
They say wanaume, our emotions are normally expressed inside.
Inside.
Tunalia ndani, hata kucheka saa zingine tunacheka ndani.
What did it mean saying that we are now pregnant? Because to many it means different things. For some it is, yes, we are now pregnant. How do we start planning for this baby? For some, we have already planned. Now, how do we go ahead in waiting for this baby? Because it is a 9-month wait, and it is not a very easy wait for some people. It is a waiting period. So for you, how was it waiting? How was the waiting bit?
How was it?
Speak or speak.
I just speak.
I think for us, the waiting bit was not quite a frustration, because sometimes we hear people normally have complications and whatnot. But for us, from the very go, from the onset, we began the journey by prayers. In fact, we used to pray together just to ask God to ensure that He grants us the desire for the baby to grow healthily while in the mother's womb, to develop in a safe way. We used to pray for protection. Then, being believers, the Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. And then Psalms 127, it says, children are a heritage from the Lord. So when you have that understanding that this child came as a result of the divine will of God, it sets you in a place where you're able to anticipate, not knowing that you have the might or the power to take care of the child to the very end. Because in those 9 months, because the baby is unseen, there's little you can control. You can only play your part and say, you pray, you take maybe medications and whatnot. But the most you can do is just have faith in God. Just trust Him for provision. Because for us, the journey was not really tough. Of course, we had the morning sicknesses at the onset, but at some point it ended. Then it was just the normal thing until the very last minute. Yeah. So we began the journey by prayers. We really prayed, and yeah, I think she can add from the first person experience.
From first hand,
First-hand.
first hand experience. Let me just break it down for you, just so that you answer it.
Yes.
For some, it is excitement. You're feeling, wow, finally. For some, it is fear. Now, how am I going to carry this baby to the end? Is it going to be to the end? Is it going to have issues here and there? For some, it is frustration. Well, frustration yani inaanza tu from the onset to the end. And for some, it is a concoction of all of them put together in one pot. So for you, I don't know how it was for you.
I think, I don't know whether mine is a confused version or what, but the truth is there was that excitement, which I cannot deny. But there is also that bit of fear. That's why I was not ready. I think I had a lot of stories of women who have carried the pregnancy, or along the way, something happened. Or they've carried the pregnancy to the end, and when they were almost towards, I mean, something just came up. So there was that fear, I cannot lie. That's why I just decided to hook myself on the Lord, just to help me through. So ako kafia kalikuwa. I cannot lie, though the excitement is still there. But I used to have just faith in God that He who gave me this baby will take me through the journey. Because this baby came prophetically. So if God is the one who spoke, He will sustain that seed. So that's how I conquered the fear.
It was a win-win. It is either you win or you win.
Yes.
And wacha tukaekae hapa, because you are the one who carried.
Yes.
For him, he carried psychology.
I was just an onlooker.
And he says everything was fine.
He says everything was fine. As for us, everything is fine until now. Everything goes down.
Yes.
Now for you, how was his support in the process? Because it is a process.
Yes,
it is. There's someone growing in your womb.
Yes.
There's all these changes in hormones. There's all these changes in attitude. There's all these changes. There are times you get mad bila wewe hata kujua. Yaani unakasirika tu na hata haujui namba 1 umekasirika, haujui kwa nini umekasirika. So for you, how was his support? And maybe just adding on the same, did it meet your expectation? Yes.
Wow. I really thank God for having such a very wonderful man.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, because for sure he was there to support me. Number one, emotionally. Sometimes I did not understand myself. I must not lie. I did not understand myself. There was sometimes I would ask myself questions, and there was frustration any woman will go through. Because once you're expecting a baby, you do want to prepare things. And you know you men are different from us. I'll tell you, I need a baby blanket, I need a nest, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But I will get those things, you know. We'll have the baby, you know, things will just fall in place. So for me, those frustrations, which I could only tell him my need. But by the end of the day, I'll come back and I'm like, if things are not working out, I'll feel that, do I call it, I was distressed or what, I don't know. But I would feel that frustration, why are things not working out? But he was there also to just comfort me emotionally, to tell me, don't worry, things will work out. And sometimes with the sicknesses, nausea, for me it was too much. Wow. I just bought a car and, you know.
Inataka kutoka.
I remember him even buying for me some bags for me to puke, you know. When we are traveling together using public means. I know you understand. Huh?
Yes,
it's not personal, it's public means. So he was there by my side to give me all this support, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Wow. Yes.
Wow. You know, them, they carry the physical. As we carry the spiritual. As we carry the spiritual. Yes. So fatherhood does not start when the baby is born. Fatherhood begins when we conceive this baby. So for you, I don't know if anyone ever sat you down, akakwambia, this is how fathers act, this is what you're expected to do, this is where you should go, this is how you should do this. Was there anyone that ever sat you down and maybe just took you through the process?
Hey, wow. I'll be honest.
Yes.
I think in our African setting, most of the lessons are learned from observation. So for those of us who are privileged to have our fathers with us, most of the things, even our behaviors, it's like they come out as a result of what you're observing. So for me, nobody taught me how to be a father. Some of the things I used to really pray to God and ask God, please show me and teach me how to be a father from the onset. So I remember from day one, before I would leave, because I would leave the office, I would leave home and go to the office. I will ensure that I pray for her.
Wow.
I speak to the baby.
Wow.
These are things, of course, I never had my father saying
Yes.
you did.
Definitely.
But being a born-again believer, I believed it was important for me to really ensure that I cover both of them by the blood of Jesus Christ, just to speak life and protection.
Wow.
So I will talk to her, then after that I will tell the baby, bye baby, I'm going. And the baby will respond. That is where the
By
interesting
kicking.
thing is. The baby would kick, literally. Even to the very end, that's what we used to do.
Wow.
So nobody taught me. I wish these are the things that now, say for example in my case, I've told God I'll be very intentional to teach my children the same things, just to ensure that the things I was not taught, at least I'm able to do that for them, so that I lay a foundation that even as they grow up and they'll become parents one day, these are the things they will carry forward, even into their generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think these are some of the conversations we need to have.
Yes.
Because most of the things we were not taught.
Yeah, we were not
and you know, I will bring it back to you. I don't know if you had a baby shower. I don't know if they call baby showers. I don't know why they shower the mother only.
No, there's one I saw by the way, they were showering a father somewhere. The
Yes.
guys had ribbons and
And
those things.
But it is rare.
It's
we
rare.
need to start that thing
It's rare.
because most of the times the mother is prepared. Well prepared, knows how to put on a diaper, how to bathe the baby. They are told on some of the signs that she needs to look out for. But most of the times we don't have that person
Yes,
who
true.
sits us down
True.
and tells us, if you feel this, then something is about to happen. If she tells you this is what she's feeling, then this is where we are heading. Because most of the times, for us men, it gets us off guard. I have heard of a man who got so confused when the water broke. He got so confused. He was holding a phone and a trouser, and he put the trouser on his ear because of the confusion. Because it is not very easy. You know, it is a time of panic. Everything now has stood still. Something is about to happen and you don't know how. If it happens here, you don't know how you will go about it. So for you, how would you advise towards having a shower for the men? Not necessarily having the ribbon and the crown and everything, but
But
having some men, the older men, who have been there, just sitting us down and talking about it. How would you advise on it?
Wow, I think now touching on that bit, it clearly shows there's a gap somewhere, especially in our generation.
Yes.
The bit of mentorship, especially in the areas of fatherhood. Most of us have mentors when it comes to things to do with education, business. For ladies, I think it's normally automatic that when the mother is just about to give birth, some ladies come together and there's one who is senior and speaks to the lady and they give her some gifts, tell her this is for this, this is for this. Then for the man, you're just surprised, you see things in the house. Like for me, I never knew about mittens, beeps. Those are things I only came to learn about when
the baby is in the house.
The baby was now in the house.
Yes.
So you are told, go and bring me that one that they used to. You say you inaitwa beep. You pick it. But if we come to a place where, for example, even in the church, where men can just organize that. If this is a father who is expecting to receive his baby anytime, some men just come together just to encourage him, to tell him what to expect in terms of the things that happen, the reactions, especially from the mother, because, you know, a lot of things happen there, you are saying. there's a lot of activities happening that can throw you off balance. She's in pain, she's crying, you don't know what is happening. You have the fear of the unknown, you don't know if the baby will come out properly.
Exactly.
You don't know if the doctors will be okay. You are rushing around, because even for us, I believe we'll discuss it, but it was the same thing. But I did not get to that level where I put the throws or anything. I was not confused.
You're almost there.
But it was crazy. It was crazy.
It is a crazy moment.
We really need to have sessions for men who are expectant fathers, because they are forgotten. And because of that confusion, you normally find the mothers now become frustrated, because the men are in a place where they don't understand what is happening. They are confused. The mother wishes the father could do this and this, but the father is blank.
Does not even know.
You don't know. You don't even know how to carry the baby. You're told, weka mkono chini, do this, shingo itani. So there's a lot of confusion that happens. But if we have those opportunities where we have sessions and sittings for fathers who are expecting, then it will really close the gaps that we are experiencing, because I can tell you for sure, the confusion is real. I have a friend of mine whom we escorted to Kijabe Mission Hospital. I'll not mention the name, of course, because he might watch. But I remember his story, and in fact we laughed, because he received his child in December 2019, 1st of December. Then we received ours on 10th of January.
Yes.
Wow.
2020. So there was a 1 month gap. But on the night that they were receiving the baby, we escorted them. And I remember that guy was so frustrated. He was just singing gospel songs just to encourage himself, and I was laughing. I was laughing and telling him, no, you guys, just relax. Things will be okay. Then a month later, it was the same case for me. I was telling him, Achana na mimi, please.
I do not
because I was now experiencing what he was experiencing.
Yes.
But you see, these things come because there are gaps. You don't even know what is going to happen. And so your fears of the unknown. So we really need to close those gaps. We need to have forums for mentorship on fatherhood. If they can be provided, I'm sure the gaps will be closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have raised a very important point. Expectant fathers.
Yeah.
Because we have expectant mothers, but not expectant fathers.
Yes.
The fathers do not carry anything. Most of the
They
time.
have expectations, though.
Yes.
Most of the time, even the expectation is not there, because they are blank. They don't know.
I don't know.
Ni mtoto tu
Sure.
atakuja. You know?
Sure.
So let me bring it back to you. It comes without say that every journey is different.
Yeah, sure.
It has its own ups and downs. For you, what are the ups? Let us start with, because most of the time tunasemanga challenges, ilikuwa mbaya, you know.
Yeah.
What are some of the ups, the good times that you had in the pregnancy period?
Well, the good times is after, okay, of course, getting that gift itself, knowing that you are carrying life in you. You are living and you are carrying life itself is something so good, something so exciting. And also seeing the baby kicking day after day, meeting people telling you congratulations, you know, just recalling the fact that there are other women outside there who have no children.
Very true.
And God has given me a privilege to carry. That was another thing that would give me joy, that God has also chosen me amongst many. So there were lots of, favors. There are times I would have very strange appetites.
I can confirm.
So even right now I have lots of dishes, ice cream dishes in my house, which were as a result of
Have
some
they been
strange...
coming after that?
No. That was a special one, you know. Yes. So, and my husband being supportive. You know, you can have a certain appetite and no one is there to... So
Exactly.
no one taught him, but he supported me in that area. So I must say there was something beautiful even in that journey.
Wow.
Yes.
Before we go for a break, let me bring it to you. I know for every man and every father, the most exciting part is where you talk to the baby and the baby kicks. Yani unasikianga ni kama you have hit the jackpot to the end. For you, apart from that one, maybe you can mention on that one.
Yes.
But apart from that, what are some of the highlights that you have had on the good times that she was pregnant? Maybe mnaamka and she's very excited and she wants to dance and you dance along. What are some of those things that you had?
The pregnancy made us vulnerable to each other. I remember the times when she would be, in fact, that's the time, I cannot say because of hormones or whatnot, but that period we became very vulnerable. I remember there are times we used to have moments where there will be, fear. And then I will tell her, hang on my faith. If you don't have faith, just hang on my faith.
So hold on to that one.
But we really bonded during that time. We had no issues. I hear there's myths that when you're expecting a baby girl, because for us we have a baby girl, the mother is normally very close to the father. Not. So I don't know if that is true, but that's what I experienced. That's what I experienced. It was an enjoyable period for me. We really bonded.
Yeah.
I think the highlights were the prayers we used to make. The times when we would, I think sometimes we used to dance in the house. The pregnancy gave me an opportunity to become more of a servant to her. The many days she would tell me, babe, I feel like my legs are swelling. So of course I had to do what I had to do. I had to massage the feet, just being a servant. And I used to take it as an opportunity to really serve from a place of love.
Wow.
So there were many good highlights, but those are the major ones.
That you became a servant.
Yeah, that I became a servant.
That one is not for many men.
Yeah.
For most men, you feel like you're being disturbed.
Yes.
No, because there's so many demands that are coming up and desires that are coming up and all that. So we are going to go for a break. But hold on there. Just hold on there. I have just realized something, that I have a birthday mate. Your daughter is my birthday mate. So I think we're going to have that discussion. After this break, we're going to have that discussion. So thank you guys for watching. Do not touch that dial. We are going to go for a break. But after the break, I want us to just come and break it down further. Do not touch that dial, because we are going to discuss this and break it down and know, now that they have the daughter, wakati walienda labor, what happened to the man? Most men faint. So we want to know, did he faint or what happened to him? So thank you very much for watching. Keep us communicating to us on all our social media platforms at Elevate TV Kenya, at Marriage and Bliss. We are there for you. If you have any question, any comment, just drop it there. If you want to talk to someone, just call us. The numbers are on your screen. Do not shy away. Just talk to us and someone will get back to you. So thank you and see you after the break.